Shanna, back again with another video. Today in this video we'll be talking about some concepts of OOPS like classes, and so let's get started. So just create a new folder outside inside the exercise files, and make sure you are not creating the folder inside any of this. Okay, so create a folder and I will name it as OOPS, and the full form of OOPS is Object Oriented Programming Language. Okay, so under that many things comes, but today we'll talk about classes and what are classes. So let's create a file under OOPS, that is demo.dart. Let's say demo. So basically Dart is an object oriented programming language, so that's why it supports classes and interface and many other things like objects too. So a class in terms of OOP is a blueprint for creating objects. Like there is only one class, and on that, based upon one class, there are you can actually create many objects of that. Okay, and a class encapsulates data for that object. Okay, and Dart obviously gives the support of the class, and declaration of class is very easy, and after declaration there are many things which supports it, that is fields or properties, so getters and setters, constructors and functions. So let's get started. So first create a class, and it's very easy. Just class space the class name, just give it anything. I would like to give it let's say course. Like this the class is created, and after defining the class there are many things. There are mainly four things which I have told you, that is fields or properties, sorry for the spelling mistake, then getters and setters, then constructor, then functions. We call functions inside the class, and if we're using functions then it will be called as method. Okay, so today we'll be talking about fields and properties and functions inside a class, and then we'll be talking about getters and setters and constructor in the next video. Okay, so what are actually fields and properties? Fields and properties are nothing but other variables and data types. Okay, just like I want to give the course id as int id, and the string name comma, you can give anything like email or something like that. I would like to give it price. Okay, the email of the consumer, the user I must say, and the name just like that, and I'm giving string name comma price. This is the fields and properties of that, and let's create a function, and you just have to give the function name with the return type and then just create it. So I would like to give void because I don't want to return anything, and after that I want to give that course is live. The function is created inside the class. Okay, and then I want to print, that specific name of the course which is live, like this. and surely you can give the variable name, but as we're using class and we have to print the name of the course, we have to write this dot name, and this keyword refers that we are using the variable of that class. That's why we are using this. Okay, and we can print it. Sorry, low, it's live. So and it is live. Okay, so that's why we are using this keyword. So basically in the function type, if I it is void, so that's why I'm not returning anything, because void doesn't return anything. Okay, if I want to return 2 or any integer value, then I have to replace it with int. See, as soon as I have replaced it with int, the error is removed. And if I give it string, suppose, then I have to pass a string here, and see, errors are gone. Like this it happens. So I think you have got this concept very easily, and in the next video I'll be talking about how to create objects for the class, and there can be multiple objects and you can access it and you can use it. So stay tuned. Let's catch up in the next video. Thank you.